All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year. Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Um, say, we are live. We want to come talk with you guys for the new year. It feels like it's been a while. So, as we often do, we try to come in and update you guys on what's going on um, when it comes to our event that's coming up, and just let you know some things that we have available for beauty professionals and barbers, wig specialists, anybody who is interested in advancing their hair loss business and jump starting it to the proper setup. But before we get started, anybody who wants to leave comments, we like for you guys to be interactive with us. So just follow the instructions right here at the bottom of the screen. If you would like for your comments to show and engage with us, if you have any questions for us, we also be happy to answer it. And even if you're catching a replay, please be sure that you put replay so we know that that you called on, that you tuned in, and we'll make sure that we engage with you and make sure that you're in our contact so you know when our next live is coming up. Just to give an overview schedule, we're back on our every 2 weeks to be coming talking to you all. Sometimes you'll see us as a team, other times you'll see us as interviewing one of our educators. We do this because a lot of times people want, when we're on this type of panel where it's a whole bunch of us, we can't always get out all the information that we're doing. So when we're interviewing each educator, you'll have that time to ask them questions one on one and even connect with them. So before we get started with our discussion today, I want to make sure that you are following all of our social platforms. Definitely want to make sure that you're following our like page, which is the Facebook. I mean, on Facebook, it is the NSHR Intensive 23. You can see it scrolling down at the bottom of the page. I want you to make sure you follow me. I have two pages you may see, but if you follow me at Amber McCray or Strategist Amber McCray, please make sure you get in touch with me, preferably on the Strategist Amber McCray page. And I'm gonna let the educators also let you know where you can follow them before we get going today. Okay, any of y'all can start.
Okay, so you guys can follow me. I'm Coach Takara Nicole on Facebook, and on Instagram, I am Takara Nicole, and my website is takaranicole.com. TAKARANICOLE.
All right. Where can they follow you, Miss Terry?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I didn't. I'm sorry. On my Instagram and my Facebook, it is just Sharon Reams. I try to keep it as simple as possible, and my website is SharonReams.net. Real simple.
Okay.
And I'll go with you, Miss Terry.
On my Instagram and Facebook is at Restore Non-Surgical Hair Replacement. And my website is restorehrc.com.
All right, all right. So we will repeat that again at the end, but like I said, just to get things warming up and get things going while people are tuning in, be sure that you're sharing this like button, sharing this invite out to others, share it on your platform, share it on your pages, because we definitely are a team to connect with. We are missing one of our members, which is Kent Hunter. He is one of our barbers on our team, so we like to keep a little diversity going on. And we also missing our other educator, Mrs. Kat Hiskey. So non-surgical hair replacement intensive 2223 is a non-surgical hair replacement education platform where we are training beauty professionals and barbers to become certified in the field of non-surgical hair replacement. But what makes our class worth taking? Okay, in our class, you'll be working with 6 educators that will be diving into business setup, clinic setup, how to accept insurance and in financing in your field, in our field. We're learning how to do different attachment techniques. We're also learning how to do repairs and any type of custom adjustments in house. And we also have our barber who will be teaching us things as well. So today we're going to make sure that each educator can go into what they do specifically. Sorry, I ain't gonna spill some stuff on the We're gonna go into what each educator does specifically, and we'll go ahead and start with the chronological order that we see on the screen. So, Ms. Sharon, if you like, you can go ahead and start and go into more details about what you are bringing to this platform and what it is people have to look forward to when they come to our class, when they come see you.
Sure. Okay, well, like I said, my name is Sharon Reams, and I have been a stylist for 30 plus years. So I have a lot to bring, all right? But the main thing that I will be bringing to this awesome workshop is different kinds of attachments. Well, when I say attachments, it's more like application and attachments of your system or your units. We will also go over how to cut and blend in the unit so that it will look really, really natural. And that's what it's all about. Anyone that's wearing a hair replacement system or unit, we want to make sure that it's realistic. We want to be able to fool somebody. All right. When I say fool somebody, I mean the fact that you don't have to worry about it sliding over your head or anything like that. So we're going to have lots of fun and also learn a lot of information. You're going to leave this workshop totally full and satisfied. Okay. So I will be teaching application like attachments and some cutting and blending as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sorry, I was getting off mute. So yeah, so definitely, guys, that is such an important part of our industry. Because the
Yes.
whole point of non-surgical hair replacement, yes, a lot of times we can see people don't necessarily detect when you have extensions added. But the great thing about non-surgical hair replacement is you can feel this person's head and you won't detect any tracks or
Right.
anything.
Thing
And
with
it really appears as if it's growing out of the hair. So to have somebody on the platform that actually will be teaching how to blend and make sure that it's non-detectable is a skill that you want under your belt.
yes.
So next, we're gonna let Miss Terry Brown, let us know what it is that she'll be teaching on the platform.
Yes, I'm Terry Brown, and I will be teaching in-house repairs and customization. In this time, since we've had COVID, we have a time sometimes getting exactly what we need, and sometimes we have to alter those things. Sometimes things need altering because they just don't fit correctly. And like Ms. Sharon said, you don't want something sliding all over your head, and you don't want something put on a type of hair loss that'll harm that head. So you need to make sure that that unit is properly altered to fit that client. And anytime you have rips, tears, things like that, you need to know how to do some quick fixes and tweaks inside your salon to help you to extend the life of that unit. Yeah,
Good.
and I'll also be teaching on some basic non-surgical hair replacement techniques as well.
All right, thank you, Miss Terry and Mr. Takara, business coach Takara. What will you be teaching?
Hello, everybody. So I'm going to be teaching all things business. The great thing about me being your business coach is that I am a stylist. I've had a salon. I've opened up a clinic. I do non-surgical hair replacement as well. And so I kind of see all sides of the business. And so I'm able to give you guys the insights on how to open up your clinics, how to establish clinic that is definitely worthy of being able to collaborate with doctors and dermatologists and different things like that. I'll also be helping you along with Amber once you get your provider numbers and different things like that. What our insurance companies are looking for, also what other financing options are out there to help finance for your clients.
And y'all, that is so important. Before I know a lot of people, it sounds great to say, "Hey, I want to include insurance. I want to accept insurance. I want to accept financing." But if that name isn't like lined up to a way that, like you said, is presentable to the medical field, or where you could be taken seriously, because that's what we run into when we're going out into this industry. We have we have a lot of people who they doubt us sometimes because we have had people who have jumped out here incorrectly. They've called insurance companies violating HIPAA laws. They, they're using names that they haven't incorporated with the state correctly. So just all of those steps, guys. When you come to us, we're gonna go through all of those things to make sure that when you jump out here and you start talking to the professionals that actually have all this stuff in place, you won't be lost and confused like, well, where did I get that from? Or what term is that? Because we get be professionals. And barbers, we can get a little combative when we don't know what we're talking about. And we
Yes.
don't want that. Okay. We don't want that for anyone. So we just thought that putting together this platform would be perfect. Um, for anybody who is looking to just take their business to another level. So I'm Amber McCray. I'm your lucrative insurance strategist, and what I'll be teaching is how to properly communicate with that medical field, how to properly set up, become an actual provider, how to present it to your clients. Like, hey, this is what I offer, and here's the steps on what to do to see if insurance covers your service, and if insurance doesn't cover the service, what other payment options do you have for them? So anybody that's coming to the course, you will be learning how to get your investment back, because it is an investment to when you're taking any type of training. But our goal is to make sure that you have a proper setup, that we'll be working hands on in the class, where we'll be holding your hand through the process of setting up your business.
Yes.
Okay, so we already know typically the NPI, the different types of NPIs, the different insurance companies that do offer cranial prosthesis services. So you're not just wasting your time, getting on with people, but we just tell you all the steps that go with that, and even down to how do you actually submit the claim, and what pay time to expect to even get back if you're doing a claim, or even when it's time, if even when it gets to the point of when do you know when to do a claim and not do a claim. We really go into that different troubleshooting, so you'll know where to put your time in your business. And to speak a little bit for the other educators, just briefly, like I said, we do have a barber who will be teaching how to do attachments using the loose afro hair methods, and how to blend that in, because some people don't need a full cranial prosthesis, but this is still a non-surgical hair replacement enhancement that you can put onto your clients, who may have just their peaks are gone, or maybe they just have a small patch in the back of their head. So those are different custom areas that you can do with your clients, as well as Kat Hiskey, who will be teaching the Weave Buddy application. Maybe your client is just not at the point of needing a surgical hair replacement yet, but she does have a hair loss solution tool that you can use. So you're not doing sew-ins that are adding to the problem, or you're not doing crochets that are adding to the problem. So if you're if you're in the position where you are working, Mars, stop talking. So if you are in a position to want to become a hair loss specialist and really make your business that stands apart from everyone else, this is the class for you. Okay. 4 days. We will work with you 4 days, 4 full days, 8 to 10 hour days in Augusta, Georgia on March 26th through the 29th. We encourage you to subscribe to our website, like our pages, and also join our Facebook group called Non-Surgical Hair Replacement Intensive Presents, because this is how we'll be able to get directly in contact with you and let you know of these upcoming trainings. And I guess before I get off of that, we need to let them know about what our next upcoming trainings are to make sure they're following us. If any of y'all want to speak on, if anybody want to talk about the trainings we've already had in the group, and then I'll just tell them what we have coming up, so y'all don't have to remember all that, or some topics we've already thrown out there.
I think you're doing
how
an
to get
awesome job.
leads.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
how to
okay.
get leads was one
Oh,
you
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. A lot of people liked that one, because we try and teach you guys how to get your money now. Get your money now in the business that you currently have. When you get into non-surgical hair replacement, or even taking any course from here on out, we want your business to already be operating in a functional way. So anybody who's joining this group will go ahead and get business tips. So when you come to us, you're really just learning techniques and continued setup. Okay, that's our whole purpose of putting together this group. It is to get the leads, taxes. Oh, you have some. Thank you, ma'am. We did a tax one, because it's tax time. Is your business set up correctly to do your taxes? Okay, but you want to get on insurance companies, but you want to open up a clinic. How can you get funding to open this clinic?
Correct.
Next week, our next class will be common errors people do when working to get business credit. That is our next topic. So this will teach you not only what mistakes we're doing to get business credit, but also how to get your business credit so you can get some funding to help you with your educational platforms, to help you enhance your business and build your business. So those are all things that you want to definitely tune into that Facebook group. And you're only going to get those replays and trainings if you're in our Facebook group, because that is not something we just gonna put on our time walls. We have to keep that tailored to our business owners that are really trying to build and go to the next level.
Right.
Some other ones we'll be doing is teaching how to do Um, what's the other topic? Oh, Takara, what's the name of the class you're doing? The your business class, the webinar that you'll be doing in
Oh,
the
I'm
group.
just talking about business basics. So those of you that are already working in your business right now, things that you can do to kind of maximize where you are. So the thing that we're doing right now is going to give you just an added bonus. You know, non-surgical hair replacement, it does have the ability to replace what you're doing right now for sure.
Yeah.
But that replacement doesn't always happen right then and there. So
Mm.
sometimes we have to learn how to transition from one thing to the next. And when is the best time to transition? When's the best time to pivot? And so just teaching you guys just business basics, giving you guys the opportunity to ask questions about what does it really take to run a clinic, to do different things, because we believe that we just want people to jump out there and not have the knowledge about what you're about to get yourself into. You know, sometimes we do that. We jump out there and we don't have the opportunity to ask people, you know, what is it like to do what you do, or what is it like, you know, in this space and different things like that. So we want to give you guys the opportunity to definitely ask those questions. So get into the group and make sure that you guys subscribe, make sure that you guys are a part, ask questions. You know, if there's something that you guys want to know, or there's a class that you need, you know, let us know. We'd be willing to, you know, try to make sure, you know, that we kind of get the information out there, because we're just not, we are still in, because we're forever learners, but we were once in a place where there was information that we did not know, and we wanted people to help us. And so not only are we just in this place because we're doing this non-surgical hair replacement because we want people to be knowledgeable. One thing I looked at, and this is the honest to God truth, is that there are other non-surgical hair replacement centers that are not going out of business. So that means that there is definitely a need for what we're doing, and some people just don't know how to find us. And so that's one of the biggest things, you know, that we're going to talk about, is the marketing aspect. You know, how do you get people to find you, and getting people comfortable with being okay with saying, hey, I have hair loss, or hey, you know, I don't have hair. But once they tell you that, then you need to know what are the next steps, and then helping them being able to finance it. So everything that you're going to learn in this non-surgical hair replacement for the 4 days is really going to propel your business, because you're going to be set up for success. You know, you're not just getting one person, one type of technique, one way. You're going to learn multiple ways, so that whatever comes into your chair, you are familiar with it. And then not only that, well, what do I do, you know, moving forward? How do I structure my business once I got the client? You know, what do I do next? Because people don't even know in the salon world how to hold a proper consultation. So you definitely need to know in non-surgical hair replacement how to hold a proper consultation. And so we're just here to make sure that we believe in make sure that the whole person is taken care of. So we want to make sure that you're just not knowing one part, but now you're going to learn all these different aspects of the non-surgical hair replacement world, you know. And even those of us that do multicultural hair, you know, we just don't do, you know, even though we are all Black people, African Americans, we don't just do African American hair, you know. We are very diverse. And so the ability to stretch yourself is also what you're going to learn. And for those of you that don't do as much African American hair, I would want you to come as well, so that you're able to be stretched, and so you're not getting into the place where you're only learning how to do, you know, one type, but you're very diverse.
I'm glad
That's
you
right.
touched in on that, Amber, because Takira, because like with the braidless techniques that I teach, these techniques will go across the board with anybody.
Yeah.
I do different nationalities. I mean, because they actually work and they last and they hold. So you want to be able to do more than one thing, have more than one technique. And another thing that I'm going to be teaching and talking about is like bridging the gap between hair weaving and hair replacement. Because a lot of times in our salon, when we have clients that come in that have issues and they have hair loss, and the first thing you want to do is throw a quick weave on it or throw something on it that's going to cause further damage. So we, as professionals, our job is supposed to be at all times is protecting the integrity of the client's hair. That's our far and foremost duty as cosmetologists. So we have to analyze the hair. We have to take care of that hair. And if they need little additions in different places, we got to know why. We got to know why the hair came out in the first place. So we're going to learn all of these things, how to not be so quick to just throw techniques and weaves and stuff like that on our clients' hair, because a lot of times, sometimes that's not even what's needed, so it's not about the money. It's about taking care of the integrity of our clients' hair at all times.
That's good.
Yeah, and another thing that Takira touched on was the class being complete. I know a lot of us have gone to classes and you get a little bit here, a little bit there, and you end up taking a million classes, but you still don't have that confidence to do what you need to do. But in this class, you'll get enough information from the business side to the technical side to get your skills in both areas together, that you'll have confidence to step out and do what you need to do in your business.
That's right.
And that's very important.
Definitely.
It's all about investing in yourself.
Yes.
How much are you worth?
That is so true. And we've been in the game long enough to where we've been to classes, and so we know what it's like to go to classes and not get what we need, and so we're making sure that we give you guys that and more, what we have learned and then some, because we know what it's like. We don't want you to come and say, what, I didn't learn anything, or but again, it's gonna be what you put in, you're gonna get out. But the reality is we don't want people to show up and say, oh man, well, I just just learned this little bit. No, like, we want to make sure that you are prepared for whatever walks in that door. And then on top of that, once you pay your money for a certain amount of time, you have us. So if you got questions, or if you're stumbled upon, I know I've done, I've taken Miss Sharon's class, and so when I left, I'm like, hey, I got a question. She's like, well, what do you need? I'm sending her pictures, and she's letting me know, maybe you can do this different, do it like this. This is the type that you need. And so you do, in a sense, you have some mentors when you leave. And so we're just not going to leave you hanging after you didn't pay, all of your money. But, we want to make sure that you're still successful in the business at the same time.
Right. And that's awesome, because one thing that hurts my heart is the fact when I train someone for 4 or 5 days, and then they leave excited, ready to go, and then you don't hear from them anymore. You call them, they're not answering the phone. And I'm like, why? It's an investment. It's what, and like you said, you're going to get out of it what you put in it. And I love to hear from people that have taken my training class, and then they call me, hey, I need your help. I'm like, hey, let's do it. What's the problem? And that's how it should be. We're supposed to be connected after that. It's not just training you and letting you go. So you're going to be connected to 6 different people. Come on. Where can you get that at?
Nowhere.
6 different people that's touching in on every avenue that you're going to need to make your business a success. So the only part that won't work on that is you if you don't do it. You're doing the training, you invest in it, do it, and then utilize each and every one of us, because I know everyone that's on this panel, and I know for a fact they're willing to help. So if you don't call or you don't do anything, we can't help you. We don't know. We don't know. As far as we're concerned, you're doing great. We can't call every single person that we train, but if you call me and you need me, I'm not going to charge you a dime. I'm like, hey, what's the problem? Send me some pictures. Let's do a live on your consultation. Anything you need, but you got to ask for it. And that's what God say. If we don't ask, we don't receive.
That's it. That's
nothing. True. You don't get anything if you do not ask that question, or if you do not say, hey, I need help. And we got you, but you got to ask. You got to first invest, and then you got to do the work yourself. And then if you need us, now we're not going to train you and then walk you through it for the next 5 years, or anything like that. But we're going to help you as long as you need us. But you have to do it. And I promise you, it will be so worth it. It will definitely be worth it.
But you have to be willing to make the investment. And that's,
you got to be willing to do it.
You have to be willing. And we keep on saying, we want to elevate. I want to step out. I want to do new things. And there's no way you can elevate, step out, do new things without first making the necessary investment. If you don't know the information, the reality is YouTube can only take us but so far. Been there, done that. It can only take you but so far. So you really have to be in the room. You know, you really have to make that investment for that further education for somebody that's it, you know, and what greater way than you got people that been in the game that have been, you know, on major platforms that are doing this on a day-to-day basis
Yes.
already.
Yes.
Why not tap in with them? You know, you tapping in with people on YouTube that been doing it, you know, for like maybe 2 to 3 years, that's, you know, fingering their way through it, you know, but why not tap in with the people and make the investment to learn how to do it the correct way? I'd be the first one to say I didn't know everything before I took my non-surgical hair replacement class. I didn't know nothing about bases. I knew nothing about trying to make sure the curl match and all of that. I'm just like, okay, what can I do to try to cover this up? You know, but now I have quality resources and vendors that I can give to my clients. And furthermore, you know, now that I've kind of built up a following and, you know, people are finding me, you know, on Google and different things like that, I got people calling me. And one guy came to me, he's like, yeah, I was referred to you by somebody. And I'm like, he came all the way from Arizona and he moved to where I am. And somebody, I don't even know who it was, referred him to me. You know, and so I'm just like, you know, they said they looked you up online and they found you. So, you know, believe it or not, like people will begin to look for you. They will find you. People will refer you. Now people are referring. Like I know I got 3 ladies at my church and, you know, they got hair loss and they need your help. Can they make an appointment? They sure can. But you, once you kind of get yourself out there, you do it, but you don't want to be, listen, don't be like me. Don't let them come into your chair and you don't be prepared. Right. Because I've been there before. I wasn't prepared. Yeah. So then I was like, you know what? I got to take this class. I signed up for the class at the, like Amber tell you, it was like 2 weeks before. And I was like, Amber, I need to get in this class. Like, I gotta get in here. And it was 2 weeks before, and I did it. But I'm grateful that I did it because now I'm like, okay, I got me another tool under my belt, and it's something else I'm doing. And even though it's scary sometimes when you're first starting out, but I have the confidence because I got mentors. I can call Miss Sharon up, and I'm like, Miss Sharon, I need help. Gonna help me, and that's what she's gonna do for you too. So
yes, that's
definitely make the investment. Don't be scared.
Because one thing about it is not a one size fit all. You cannot have one technique and think you're going to cover a whole non-surgical hair replacement center. I promise you it's not going to work.
Yeah. Non-surgical hair replacement in itself spans across a whole lot.
Yeah.
And it's not what a lot of people think. So to come to the class, it'll be very eye-opening for you.
Yeah.
But I can tell you the investment you all make, and I made that just trying to get the information on insurance that after I spent all that, ended up going to Amber and paying her for it. So, you know, to get that information. So it's so easy to try to piece stuff together and you end up spending more and getting less.
Yeah.
I will say too, one thing I know that pushed Akara as well, with her being listed as a provider in her area, the insurance companies were sending her people. Yep. So imagine if insurance company has you listed as a provider and you really can't provide the service.
Right.
You know, the service that's getting covered by insurance is non-surgical hair replacement. And I mean, that was $2,295 that she got back from a referral. Yep. You know, and same with me and Miss Terry, we're in the area. Okay. It's me and Miss Terry, we're in the same area. Wigs for Kids. Lots of love. They call. We're people that's listed with them. Okay, we're gonna get in a minute. Okay. You know, we're listed in the area. So those are just people who are traffic we're getting off of being listed with the right companies. And that's what we're trying to teach you guys. You're gonna get the investment back. And please don't let me get started on if you get listed with the VA in your area. You get listed in the VA around here in Augusta, that's $3,500 back. Because they done sent somebody.
We're in a military town.
Yeah.
Okay. So Savannah. You know, Carolina, I help people get in it on the West Coast on their VA centers. And if you have veterans that's coming in and you don't know what to tell the veteran, because the VA is not going to give them all the tips on how to actually go and get these funding for cranial prosthesis or prosthetics. But you, as a hair loss specialist, should be able to call and say, hey, you know, well, I know my clients, they come in, I'm like, hey, you know, VA, you're with the VA. Okay, well, let's get you set up. Oh, what do I do? Who do I say something to? What are my steps? What are my protocols? We teach you those protocols to get with government contract and then make sure that also you have that set up right so you can get with them. If you don't have a certain account set up, you don't have a certain number set up, then you're an automatic denial and they're not going to tell you what you did wrong to get denied.
Yep.
They're just going to move to the next person.
Yeah. You know, so when we're, you know, like I said, these are not mandatory things. that you have to have in your center, but it doggone helps you get out there a little bit more too, So a
Yeah.
lot of hair replacement
You wanna
specialists
be
are
able to
able to do
provide
this.
options.
Yeah, it gives you cash. You can get people will pay you cash for these services. You could get these services, the cost of them, you'll get your investment back. But when you're
Yeah.
getting providers also sending you those services, once the client already has been referred to you, they don't know nobody else doing it. Even if insurance does not cover them, they have been referred to you, and nobody around you is doing what you do. And that's what we want to make sure we're delivering to you guys on this platform, so you can get not only get everything that you need to get your business going and actually sustain, but also get a return on your investment because of the quality of the service that you can offer once you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think we done preached that enough. I don't know if they, but
Yeah.
no, but definitely, guys, it's you don't want to miss out. We just knew we had to get on here for this new year and to remind you guys, hey, we still going. We do still have a few slots available. We are keeping a limited number of students because we know we need hands-on training for you guys. We want to be able to work with you for those 4 days in a very adequate way. So don't wait around because one, you're not gonna get your kit because you do get kits. We need to make sure that you have time to order your kit, secure your space, and just give you adequate time to do any prerequisite material that we have for you. Because some of the courses some of us want you to have things before you get there. So when you get there, we're focusing on the business. I know me, I want you to go ahead and have one of your NPI numbers started. So when we get there, we can go ahead and start applications. Cat History wants you to already have a overview of the basic application, so you can go ahead and jump right into the install piece. But some of you just have material that we want you guys to come ready and prepared with, so you're not just coming and getting overwhelmed because you didn't get prepared correctly. And that's where we want you to join this Facebook group as well, because when we're starting to talk about business and setting up your business, we want that already set before you come. So that's just a bonus that we as educators felt that we want to offer that to you guys, because I mean, honestly, guys, the stuff that we're doing in this group is not people charging for this. Okay. So that is just a bonus we wanted you all to have while working with us. Oh, another thing that we are going to be teaching in there is how to set up emergencies and retirement for your business. How many people have that set up in their business? You can be self-employed and have retirement set up, and making the type of funding you would make, the money you would make off of these type of services. You have plenty of opportunity to pour into these emergency accounts and retirement accounts to do that. So that's even something that we're offering in this Facebook group. But if you're not in the Facebook group, you're not going to get it. So I'm going to make sure I put the link on there. You can also subscribe to our website. You can also click on the link in the bio on our Facebook page. It will all lead you to that group. So you can get this information and stay tuned in with us. Ask us questions in that group. Engage with us in that group so we can all know what's going on with you and make sure that you are getting the best out of your business experience and also being able to work with us. So,
That's good.
but if does anybody have any final remarks they want to say before we hop off?
No, I don't.
Good. All right. Well, yeah, we got to save something. We got to save something for next time because I mean, I think we got y'all
Exactly.
real good. Yeah, we will be back in next. Tune in with us next in our next 2 weeks. We'll actually be interviewing the one and only Sharon Reeves.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Yeah, we will be interviewing the one and only. So she'll be telling us how she has 2 non-surgical hair replacement clinics, guys,
Yeah.
with clients, and not
God
a
is
little bit of
good.
clients. All she does is non-surgical hair replacement.
Yeah.
And I hear so many beauty professionals say, I can't wait till I could just do hair loss services. Can't wait till I could just do trichology
You can do
services.
it.
You can do it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna be interviewing her so she can let you know her journey and how she got to that and what she did. So please make sure you tune in with us 2 weeks from today, same time, 8:30 Eastern time, at 7:30 Central time where she's located.
Yeah.
And just kind of hear like these are real people, real business owners who are doing their thing.
With real
So we want to
struggles.
share that. Real struggles. Oh, we being
Yeah.
transparent.
Real
And we want y'all
struggles.
to skip the struggles.
Yeah.
We want y'all to skip those struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We done did it. Don't do it this way is what we want to say. Don't do it this way. Matter of
Exactly.
fact, here's the way to do it.
Yeah.
We done
Yes.
figured it out for you.
Yeah, that's right. What they say, you don't have a testimony without a test, right?
That's it.
That's right.
You
That's
gotta
right.
go through, and for everybody that's going through right now, trust me, You keep trusting, keep believing, don't lose faith, and I promise you'll come out of it if you faint not.
That's
For
right.
sure. For sure.
Right.
So tune in, guys, 2 weeks from now, and we'll talk with y'all real soon. Don't forget to like our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us tonight.